If you deal with acid reflux regularly, you probably already know how frustrating it can be. And probably that's also one of the reasons why the video I did on natural management of acid reflux is the most viewed video on this channel so far. And while I was engaging on the comment section of that video as well as through personal messages, the most frequently asked question was, what should I eat while having this acid reflux issue? And yes, that's exactly what we are going to discuss in this video. The foods to eat while you're having acid reflux. If you are somebody who haven't watched my video on natural management of acid reflux, I would highly recommend you to, because in that video I have explained about the root cause and also the lifestyle changes you can make to naturally manage acid reflux. And then if you continue watching this video on what to eat during acid reflux, I believe that would give you the whole picture. Honestly speaking, the biggest mistake that I see people make is they think that the management of acid reflux is only possible through medications. And when they are on medication, they don't really care about what they eat. And what happens? The problem never ends. But in my experience, daily food choices and eating habits can make a massive difference. Sometimes even more than what people realize. So let's take a quick look at 4 types of foods that you should include into your diet while suffering from acid reflux. So my first recommendation is to eat more alkaline fruits. Acid reflux, acid, alkaline fruits, alkaline. Acid and alkaline comes together and gets neutralized. Makes sense. And here my top recommendation will be banana and papaya. These are actually very common foods I recommend because they are naturally much lower in acid compared to many other fruits. And for a lot of people, they simply feel gentler on their stomach. And one reason they may help is because they can act like a natural buffer against stomach acid, while also helping the irritated lining a little. The second group is the simple, non-irritating grains, like the rice or oatmeal. And honestly, when the stomach is inflamed or irritated, simpler is always better. These foods are generally easier to digest, less irritating, and may also help to absorb excess stomach acid a little as well. They also tend to move through the stomach more comfortably. This can actually reduce the pressure and reflux episodes. The next group is cooked root vegetables. Here I would recommend carrots or pumpkin. I usually recommend these over raw salads during active flare-ups. And the reason is simple. Cooking breaks down the tougher fibers, making the vegetables easier for the stomach to handle, which means digestion becomes gentler and requires much lesser effort overall. Now the fourth and last group is very important for energy and tissue repair. But if it is prepared the wrong way, it can easily become a trigger. I'm talking about the protein. Lean protein sources such as fish and chicken breast will be my top recommendation in this category. Protein is important, but usually the problem is the excess fat around it. So lean proteins like grilled fish, chicken breast, boiled eggs, or tofu are generally much better tolerated than heavily fried or fatty meats. Very fatty meals can slow digestion and sometimes worsen reflux symptoms, whereas lean proteins provide nutrition without putting excess pressure on the stomach. And honestly, sometimes it's not only about what you eat, it's also about how and when you eat. And in my experience, there are 3 habits that can help just as much as food itself. First is what I call the 80% rule. Try not to eat until you feel completely full. Try to eat only 80% of your stomach, because overeating increases pressure inside the stomach and that can worsen reflux. The second one is the 3-hour rule. Try to finish your dinner 3 hours before sleeping, because when you lie down immediately after eating, gravity stops helping you, and the result is multiple reflux episodes at night. And third, chew properly. Your stomach does not have teeth, so the more digestion and breakdown starts in the mouth, the easier it becomes for the stomach later. And honestly, small consistent changes can work much better than extreme diets. And an important thing to add before I conclude is, sometimes acid reflux and gastritis can overlap. Sometimes the burning sensation isn't only from acid moving upward. It can also be from stomach lining being inflamed. And it is very important to understand what foods to eat if you're having gastritis. I have covered that information in the video that you see here. If you're interested, go check that out, and I'll see you inside.